Okay, so we want to find the coefficient of x in the expansion of 3x squared over 2 minus 1 over x cubed raised to 13. The meaning of the question is, when you simplify, when you expand, you will get a term with x, right? The coefficient is the number on the x. It's like, for example, 361x. The coefficient is 361. Now, if you want to find it using the full expansion, then that will take you some time. What we want is just the term with x. So how do we find that? One way to do that is by using the formula for finding a specific term. So we will start with t r plus 1. We don't know which term is it, so we have r plus 1. The formula is nr. First term raised to n minus r. Second term raised to r. It's easier for me to always leave it as blank, okay, rather than have a, b. Sometimes the more letters you have, the more it becomes confusing. So we know first term should be here, second term should be here. Now the first question is, do we know the value of the n in the problem? Do we know the n?
Yes.
What is the n? 13. So we place 13. Do we know the r? Do we know the specific term? No. So you have to leave it as r. Follow? We don't know it. So just make it r.
So we solve r?
Later we'll be solving r. And I will show you how. Okay? But I will be asking questions that will lead you to the answer. So what is the first term? First term from the given binomial. 3x squared over 2, but this will be raised to n minus r. We know it's 13, but we don't know the r, so just copy minus r. Now the second term is the negative, so take note, we are using the negative. 1 over x cubed, we don't know the r, so just copy the r. So we're almost there. Now after this, so what we have right now is, we can't find 13r because r is not yet a number, so just copy it. Now you have to use the properties of exponents to simplify this term or this expression and this expression. Let's start with 3x squared raised to 13 minus r. If we simplify that, what will happen is that you have 3 raised to 13 minus r. Do you understand? The 3 will have the exponent 13 minus r. The x squared will become 26 minus 2r. Okay, do you understand that? The 2, because the exponent will be multiplied to a power, so 2 times 13 is 26. 2 times r is 2r. Now, in the denominator, it's 2 raised to 13 minus r. We don't know the r yet. The next group, it's still negative. We don't know the r, if it's even or odd. So we are not sure if it will become positive or remain as negative. So we have 1 to the r and then x to the 3r. Now, this is the key idea. If we want the coefficient of x, if we want the coefficient of x, so we want the exponent of x to be 1, correct? Because it's x. If I say x squared, then I want the exponent to be 2. X cubed, I want the exponent to be 3. So since we want x, we know that the exponent is 1. So what is the connection of that to the one we just found when we simplified this? Okay. Now, in the end, we will know that this will become a number. If we know that the value for r, this will just be a number. This will just be a number. This will just be a number. This will just be a number, except for this 2. And if we try to omit the rest first, so try to omit them, we have x to the 26 minus 2r over x to the 3r.
X 제곱이랑 저 썰지는 거야. 2랑 13.
So take away everything except with the one with x. You get x to the 26 minus 2r over x to the 3r. We're not cancelling them, but we're just omitting them temporarily so that we can focus on x. What is this in just an x? What is 26 minus 2r and 3r? What will happen to them? What is the property of exponent? When you're dividing, what will you do with exponents? Go back to the rules on exponents. Whenever we divide, it will become minus. So you have 26 minus 2r minus 3r. So x to the 26 minus 5r. Remember the idea? We want the x to have an exponent equal to 1. But this is exactly the x. So x to the 26 minus 5r. So how do we find the r? What will we do with these exponents? This is 1, or they will be the same if this is 1 and this is...
R is 5.
You move 26 to the other side.
Yeah, but how do we connect them mathematically?
R is 5.
Yeah, r is 5. How?
25.
Yeah, how?
You divide by 5?
26 minus 25.
26 minus 5r is equal, you said equal to 1. They're the same. And then you solve this equation. So what is this equation? So we have negative 25 when you subtract 25 and negative 5r. So r must be equal to 5. After finding the r, what you can do now is to go back to the very first setup.
There are so many.
So many, yeah.
어떡해?
It's great, right? It's fun. Okay, it's nice. Okay.
근데 우리
So remember what I told you? The rest will be numbers. So put r equals 5, r equals 5, r equals 5, r equals 5, then simplify it. I'll be leaving that to you, okay? That will be the coefficient. Okay? I think it's already over time.
Yeah, over time.
Okay, thank you for waiting.